La La Laker, La La Laker, La La Laker. We are back with another episode. How you guys doing out there? Yes, I'm talking to all the Laker fans. Right now, we should be jumping for joy. We are not sitting there like the rest of these other teams. We pretty much know who we're going to have on our roster for the 2021-2022 season. And there's plenty more to come. Now, let's get to business. I love this time of the year, when we have so much anticipation and you do not know what's about to happen next. Right now, we heard all the talking heads say we didn't have enough cap space. We didn't have enough money, and Dennis Schroeder was going to have us by the balls. Now look at us. As Laker fans, we are now excited. We are loving the fact that Rob Pelinka did it again. We got to be at the spot right now where we got to say that Rob Pelinka's the GOAT. He has came through 2 times out of 3. Free agency moves and said, hey, I'm going to build a roster where can't nobody beat it. Some of our guys on the second team can beat some of the low-tier teams that's in the league now. Yes, Laker fans, I want you to sit there and look at all the rest of the other teams and say, Championship 18's on the way. Oh, yeah. Championship 18's on the way. Anytime anybody want to disrespect, just tell them, just wait on it. I want to make sure in the comments you hashtag 18 on the way. In the comments. I love to see the Laker fans say 18 on the way. Because it's coming. Now, I understand. You sit back and you look at the team that's constructed and you say, where is the shooting? Rob Pelinka said, hold my beer. I'm going to bring you guys who not only shot at least 38% from 3, I'm going to give you a few guys that at least shot 40. Now, they're not the typical guys that you're used to seeing. In other episodes, I gave you certain guys that could potentially be on a team that I seen that would be a good fit. And those guys got paid. Reggie Bullock got paid. A lot of guys got paid. And when I mean that by overpay. You let teams overpay. Let them. Look at us. We didn't overpay at all. It's like right now, Rob Pelinka is playing chess and everybody else is playing checkers. At this point, we are the new New England Patriots. If you didn't get that concept, then let me break it down. New England Patriots are a team that says we're going to give you 1-year deals. We're going to get you a championship, and we're going to get you to play with one of the best guys ever in the GOAT. After that, you can go anywhere else and get paid, but it won't be here. No, you're not going to bully us around. No, you're not going to tell us you want things to be fair. And no, you're not going to turn us down when we can go out here and find other talent. I feel bad for Schroeder, but at the same time I don't, because Schroeder brought it upon himself. COVID. Talking about his contract, he declines. Now he's asking for the same things that he just had in his hands months ago. Do I understand that it's a dirty game when it comes to business? Yes. A lot of people that I talk to on sports, especially basketball, I always tell them to look at the business part. You can always have empathy for their feelings and what they're going through, but at the same token, you still have to understand it's a business. And sometimes you have to overstand some of your representatives to say, hey, I want to be here. I'll sign it. Whatever you give me, and I'll prove myself. Because you've been betting on yourself the whole time. Now look. Sitting there, no one wants him. He'll potentially be sitting there now with a team that he probably doesn't want to be on just to get a 1-year deal, just like the rest of the guys that's already on this roster. Now, you know what? Forget that, because we don't think in the past, we go to the future. Look what we got, guys. We come out right before the draft and say, hold on. You really think that we can't get nobody because we're so sold up with contracts and have no assets? Hold my beer. Russell Westbrook. What do you think about coming home? How would that feel for you? Oh, that feels great? Oh, you know what? Don't worry about it. We're going to get a lot of teams in this deal, which they're still adding teams right now to make this thing fit right now as we speak on the 8th of August. Yeah. And now look, Russell Westbrook, Mr. Triple Double, is now a Los Angeles Laker. Now we sitting there right now saying, but it doesn't fit because we have no shooting. But now that just means that the tempo changes. Laker fans, do not be alarmed that you will not see the typical half-court probing of LeBron James trying to find guys to get in spots. Everybody's going to constantly be moving. A lot of our points are going to be up and down the floor. Take it back to the late 80s Los Angeles Lakers. And I'm not saying that they are Showtime, but I will say that they are a diet Showtime when it comes to Westbrook grabbing the ball off the rim, pushing with LeBron James on one side, and whoever else decides to run on the opposite side. Westbrook is going to change the tempo of making guys work hard from first quarter to fourth quarter. He's out rebounding some centers and power forwards. So there's Russ. We turn right back around and say, nah, we're not done. We go and we sign people like Trevor Ariza, an ex-Laker, Kent Bazemore, an ex-Laker, Wayne Ellington, an ex-Laker, Taylor Horton Tucker, yeah, we need you back. Malik Monk, Dwight Howard, ex-Laker, Carmelo Anthony, Kendrick Nunn, who turned down other contracts that had more money to come because people want to win. This new wave now of sitting back and waiting on guys and waiting on franchises to finally get it together, i.e. Dame Lillard, is over with now. Guys want their control. They want to win, and they want to win fast because, again, the talking heads says, hey, if you don't win a championship, your career means nothing. And so a lot of guys are saying, well, if you think that, then guess what? I'm going to go ahead and get my championship now so I can get overpaid later, and I can just sit back and now take care of my family. Then we did lose some people. And I want to be the first to go ahead and say that anytime we lose people, you have a certain connection with Lakers. I did it whenever we had AD, and I thought about Brandon Ingram and Josh Hart and Lonzo Ball. I'm going to do the same here. We do thank Kyle Kuzma for his services. We have to be honest, Laker fans. Even though we know that he didn't play the way we expected it because we are selfish and we are, spoiled, he did the best he could. Hopefully in Washington, you'll do great. Same with you, KCP. Same with you, Montrezl Harrell. Caruso goes to the Bulls, which is a good spot. So we hope that he continues to go up in rank with his career. But look at the team we have now, guys. I said a year ago, we can get upgrades all around this team. Do you know the fight I had to go through by saying upgrades? And it looks like we have upgrades. Kendrick Nunn's a better scorer. He's a better backup guard that can score. We now have a duo in AD and Carmelo at the 4. Carmelo playing the 4 on the second team is better than anything you can name on a second squad. We now have multiple guys that can defend anybody between 1 through 3. Trevor Ariza, Taylor Horton Tucker, Kent Bazemore. Now LeBron can now sit. This is the time where you want LeBron in these last few years of his career to sit down as much as he can to be juiced up for playoff runs and fourth quarter runs. Yes, you will see LeBron now playing 27 to 31 minutes a night, and that's it. Instead of the outrageous 38 minutes he was playing, 40 minutes he was playing. That's good for us. All we have to do now is get chemistry. And by the way, we still have a few roster spots that we still have to fill. So let's go ahead and get to those last few roster spots. Again, we need another big, and we need another defender that's possibly a power forward, small forward, something that's like a hybrid. We don't need any more guards. We have too many. If we got a few, it'll be somebody that's going to go on a two-way contract. By the way, we even have a few that's already signed to a two-way contract. Let me make sure that I give them their honorable mention in Joel Ayayi and Austin Reeves. We're going to make sure that we tell them that because they're Lakers too. But it's a whole lot better than having Antetokounmpo, who still could not catch a basketball right now if we tried. K-Cock, that we don't know why he's still playing on the Lakers. K-Cock is just undersized. I mean, it's just what it is. There's no way you're 6'5", 6'6" playing power forward. It's not going to work in this game. Montrezl Harrell, a lot of us loved him, but Montrezl Harrell, as you see, every playoff run has to have a seat. There's no coincidence there. The same way that it's useless to have a 6'6", 6'7", 6'5" power forward center on the floor during the playoffs is about as terrible as having a 7'2", 7'1", 7'3" Rudy Gobert at center in the playoffs. They don't give you anything offensively, and they don't give you anything for what position they play. Yes, Gobert has height, but Gobert is not scoring unless somebody has to create it for him. Montrezl Harrell can score, but he's going to get dogged in the paint by a same person like Rudy Gobert, who shouldn't even get that many points. But now look where we at, guys. We on championship run to 18. Are you excited? I'm excited. This now shows that if Westbrook gets a championship, hey, you now can't say anything about him being selfish. I think that now he's in this time in his career that he understands that he cannot be selfish, because if you can't win with these guys and you can't understand teamwork with these guys, your time of being in the league will almost be dwindling. You've played with everybody that you can imagine in the league. Now you have to look in the mirror and say it's you. I don't think he's going to do that, especially coming home. I like it. It gives guys that we don't really know too much about opportunities to knock down wide open shots. Wayne Ellington, be ready. Malik Monk, be ready. Kent Bazemore, be ready. They're going to be wide open. You get time to think. You have two of the greatest passers on the floor at the same time. Everybody, the 4-letter network, 3-letter network, oh, their defense is going to go down. No, it's not. You have veterans that are dogs. Again, upgrade. And if they were number one in defense last year, trust and believe, we'd probably be number one in defense this year, barring injury. We now have somebody that can control the paint. I think Dwight Howard's going to be fine. Don't ask me what I feel about Marc Gasol. We're not going to do that now on this episode. I just said we need another center. Don't ask me what I feel about KCP trade, because again, he's robbed us too long. But look at us now. Ready to put up that banner and get our parade that we deserve. I think that if we win this year, we're supposed to get the parade 2 days in a row. Hey, somebody start putting that out to everybody over there in California. You know what? If we win the championship, we need a 2-day parade. What do you think? But before you do that, make sure in the comments you put 18 on the way. Hashtag 18 on the way. We need the rest of the teams to see on this episode and this podcast that we already know what our fate is. Frank Vogel got an extension. Nah. But everybody knows now that Rob Pelinka is the GOAT. Do not try Rob Pelinka. Rather, you are a person that's on the basketball team that's looking for a contract, or other organizations who think that we don't have the power. Rob Pelinka proved that it's just not Robert Kraft and Bill Belichick that can do the same thing. And on that note, La La Lake out. Give me my theme music. Next episode, we will discuss the pros and cons in different scenarios with this roster. Can Carmelo get a chance to come into the starting spot? Who do we start at the 2 guard position? Is Marc Gasol gonna fall off a cliff so we can get someone else? That's the next episode. La La Laker out. But I love LA.